Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of our Minecraft modded adventure, guys. Last episode we built up these mines right here with this little one over here too. I really do like these. They're not finished. The insides are mostly finished, but there are still some things that I want to do. I want to dot around some more coarse dirt. I want to get some rocks and some ores piled up, but I don't need Silk Touch to do that, and I don't have it just yet, so I'm not gonna worry too much about finishing this off yet. I'm happy with the way that it is. But this episode, what I want to get into is early game power. I'm thinking of having a couple of windmills, one here and maybe one up here. We might actually bring this down one. If I bring this down one, am I still one above that? Yes, good. So we might bring this down one. I'm not entirely sold on that one. Yeah, I think we'll bring that down, just that top one off. We'll have a couple of windmills here where we're going to use some power generation from immersive engineering. I kind of like this one. And I think we're going to have one here probably with a field outside of it. And then in the other one, we'll probably have another field, but it'll probably not be the industrial hemp. We'll probably have industrial hemp here. And then over here, we'll more than likely just have wheat. I do want to have some sort of food in the early game, and I think wheat would be the best one. But I want to build this out of marble and diorite, and our marble and diorite resources aren't that high. They're not that impressive. I think we've only got a little bit. I need an empty hand for that. Need an empty hand. 7 marble and 59 diorite. So, yeah. Looks like I'm down in the mines for a spit. So if you're looking forward to this episode, like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite part of the series is so far. So diorite, not a problem to find. Marble, yeah, barely found any. I'm hoping we might be able to make this work. I've got an idea for kind of how I want it to look. But there's a couple of things I need. One, I need a bit more oak wood. I don't have that much. So it's time to deforest some more of our area. Opens up more of it to build in. And the second thing is I need to bring this all down one, which means getting some shears, trimming these. But I think what we're going to have over here is we're going to have just a windmill with probably, I think we'll put the windmill like right here, I'm thinking, with a bit of a house coming out here. Just a little bit of an area. And then over here, we'll probably just have a windmill, I think, probably here. So both windmills will be right here. And then it leaves us the possibility of adding in another one here. If we need more power, that is. But yeah, anyway, first things first. Deforestation, which is bad for the world, but good for our Minecraft world. And flattening. Flattening is happening. Flattening and clearing has been accomplished. Boy, does it look good like this. Now, I want to talk a little bit about if you're building a world, and you may be tempted to just literally flatten the whole thing. It's a mistake we make a lot in the earlier Minecraft. I'd fight against it. Build with the terrain and don't flatten too much. Because it really does add that extra layer of interest to your build. If you have these, like we've got this rise of terrain here, it makes it good. And an extra rise there will also make it good. It makes this windmill stand out a little bit. Now, I want to start putting down the shape. And I was going to put this windmill like over here. But I'm having a little bit more of a think about this. And I'm thinking we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, maybe. Followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is being a bit bigger than what I thought it would be. Not liking that one. I think I'm going to do this 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Again, it's not really what I wanted. Let's try doing this with like a block in the middle here. So this is what I meant when I said 1 in the middle. So it is kind of 5, but it's also 3. It's somewhere between it. And that is giving me a bit more of the shape that I wanted. And I definitely want to add another one in right here. So I think 1, 2, 3. Another one, and then like so. This one is going to be an actual just a round windmill. A little bit of a lag spike. You get those lag spikes in modded. It's really somewhat annoying. It feels like it's off somehow. I'll double check that later. But yeah, that's definitely kind of what I want. Let's get a feel for how it's going to feel when we walk through this area. Because that's something I like to do. I like to walk through the area and just get a feel. So our view is going to be blocked of the mine there. But as we come over here, we're going to see it. Well, we're not going to see it because it's somewhat covered. But yeah, I like that. And this isn't covered too much, so I do rather like that. Now, like I said, I want this to be somewhat of a house as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take out this block and this block of this one. And then we're going to go like this. And then we're just going to bring that out a little bit. Perhaps like this. I think that'll be a fair amount. I do kind of like that. We might do something to smooth the transition here a little bit. But yeah, we'll just sort of bring that back like so. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This needs to be an odd number. So let's go with 7. I think that'll be good. Yeah, we could also add 1 on there. But I don't know on that front. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a mess around and get this sort of height brought up and see what we think. So now you're getting a little bit more of a feel for kind of what I'm going for. We're going to have a windmill on. We could have one on all of these faces. That would be practical, but it wouldn't make much sense because you'd have a windmill positioned in the way of the wind, wouldn't you? But given that we do want these to be practical and we do need power generation, we may just do them on each side. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how much resource we've got to make the things that we need to make. We can always add more if we need more. Anyway, but I did decide to add a little hut onto this one. A lot smaller than this one. So I do kind of like these 2 windmills. I think they're going to be really, really good. Why is it every time I record, I suddenly run out of energy? Like, I feel like I only drank 2 seconds ago. Jeez, the apple juice is real. Anyway, I want to get the roof put on this, and then we can start working on sort of like how the back end of it's going to look there. Oh, now we're starting to really get the feel for it. Feels just right. These are little quaint and dainty, like I like them. And then we got this one here. I know I was going to have this one up a bit, but it is actually up a bit once you go inside. But out here, it's not. I don't know whether I'm going to move that door one, but we are very close to this, so probably not. We need to look at what we've done there. Now, I am going with the idea that these are going to be up against the road, all of these buildings. So we are going to take this road right here. And we are going to run it very close to the front of the blacksmith's house. Words. If I didn't get caught on my own tongue there, that would have been so much better. So I'm thinking we have the roads running really close to the houses in this town. Make it feel a bit more like a town. And I do like these 2 right here. Add some life to it. Oh, look. It's night. I either need to eat or sleep whenever I record a clip. The curse of being a YouTuber. Anyway, the next bit I need to bring up are the insides of these. And to do that, I'm going to be using diorite. And I'm going to take them up a little bit. And then I'm going to put one of these roofs on the top. So it's going to be fun. I think I need a little bit more dark oak wood, though. I have known about this for about as long as I've played modded Minecraft. But I continually craft a crafting table to craft stuff when I'm at a building project. Why don't I just craft this? Why has it taken me probably 8 years of playing modded Minecraft to think, you know what, this is actually a good idea? This just allows me to right click and have the freaking crafting table. You know, sometimes you are so lazy that you end up making more work for yourself. I'm going into the lazy corner. Oh, and last episode I shared a little bit of my music taste with you. So, let's do that again. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. Would you look at that? They're in place and I absolutely love them. I've been using this scaffolding. I thought it might work the way that scaffolding works in 1.17, but it definitely does not work that way. Now, I do need to add in some more marble stairs on here just to sort of smooth over that transition a little bit. I'm just realizing now that I did not do that. But you kind of get the feel for what I want to go for when we come through here with these windmills. And I'm thinking we're going to have them probably on this side and this side and then this side and this side. I don't think we'll have them on these 2 sides. We could put them on all sides, but I think they might get caught on one another. But we'll sort of leave that as an idea. But there's a couple of things that I want to do. We might not actually get into the actual power in this episode, but I do want to get started on it where we need to go. So we are going to be using these windmill blades here, which means we need 2 things. First thing, we need treated wood. Okay, we'll get that. We'll get onto that in a minute. The other thing that we're going to need is this tough fabric, which is made using this industrial hemp. And this is a whole reason that I made these windmills in the first place, was so that we could have some industrial hemp growing around here. So I'm going to get some fences. I'm going to fence off this area here. And then we're going to plant some industrial hemp fields here, here, and around the back of this, all the way up to probably about here. And on this one, I think I'm going to do just wheat. I think wheat would look really, really cool. Or maybe I switch them. No, I definitely want this one to be weak, 'cause it's going to be bigger. So yeah, that's the kind of plan that I want to do. There's obviously some detailing work we need to do on these. We'll get into that in just a moment. But I just want to say, I had the worst night's sleep ever last night. It's a new day from that last clip. New day. It was the worst night ever. Oh, would you look at that? The fields are in place. And it really does give a bit more life as we're coming up here. Just sort of coming up and traipsing around. You can see, I can't wait till these fields are fully grown. Oh, we need more hemp seeds for it, but they go all the way back here. So as far as I've gone, I don't know if I'm going to go down this hill yet. I'm not sure what I want to do with this hill. And I'm trying to get some ideas for what I want to do with this here, because this is just like one big straight face. I might do like a small cave in here. Just I kind of like little small caves. Maybe just have a campfire or something in there. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't like this flat side, but that's a worry for another day. Right now, we need to continue on this power binge, and to do that, oh, how unprofessional, a burp. To do that, I need something. If we take a look, actually, let's sleep. So, if we take a look at the windmill, what we're going to use, I love using these. They're so pretty, so pretty. It's just a shame they don't render in from a distance away. But as you can see, we need these windmill blades, and this requires treated wood, and there's only one way to get treated wood, and that's to surround regular wood to surround creosote oil in regular wood. And you know, I mean, that's not too difficult, but it does mean that we need creosote oil. And how do we get that? Well, it's a byproduct of smelting coal in a coke oven, I want to say. And if we look here, you can see there's this coke brick right here. This is what we need. We need, I think it's, what is it, 9, 18, 27 of these? 26, 27 of these. It requires a bit of sand, some clay, and some bricks. So I need to go out and find myself some clay, some bricks. Well, just clay and some sand. And then we can get putting this thing together. I'm going to put this in the blacksmith. I think it'll fit the blacksmith perfectly. There is a sister. It's called the blast furnace, but we're not going to worry about it just yet. It's mainly this coke brick that I want, so it's off to mine some clay. Would you just look at them peering over the mountains there on the hill? It looks really, really nice. You can just sort of somewhat see our base. It's going to look a lot better when we get this cliff face all done and whatnot. Oh man, I'm so inspired for this world. Now that I've got the clay, it's just a case of letting that smelt up. So I'm going to go and start adding in those wheat fields I want to add around the second windmill. Mainly because look at our food. We're down to 14 apple juice. I've gone through all that steak we had in episode 1. So I kind of want to bring the fields out here, probably all the way on this top bit right here, and then all the way around here on this level right here. And I need to go find some more, definitely need to go find some more marble so I can finish this off. This, I need a scoop to get rid of. I mean, we can mine it, but we'll lose it if we do. So I want to get a scoop. We'll look at that later on. Let's get these wheat fields in. Now that I've got the fields planted, oh, would you look at that? It's night again. Every time I record a clip, it's always night. Well, now what I want to do is I want to start building this coke oven. And I wanted to do it with you guys. So you guys, if you've never done this before, you know how to do it. So basically, you just type in coke oven. And some packs have 2 different versions, like this one does. You've got the Railcraft version and the Immersive Engineering version. And they both have different resources, but they do the exact same thing. I prefer the Immersive Engineering one. So we need that. I do need to craft up some sand, some sandstone. And 32 is probably overkill at this point. But there is one more thing that we are going to need if we want to make this work. And that is something called an engineer's hammer. And what this just allows us to do is interact. It's a tool that allows us to interact with immersive engineering stuff. So all it is that. And there's your engineer's hammer. And now we need to go and start placing these coke bricks. Yeah, these coke bricks down. So to build this thing, it's really super simple. All you got to do is place it down in like a block shaped pattern. So it's a 3x3 by 3. So basically just a cube is pretty much what you want to do. Like so. And that's it. That's it. Pretty much done. All we need to do now is basically just turn it on by right-clicking it with the engineer's hammer. Boom. And then we can right-click this and we get this interface. And what you do is you put coal into this slot. And this will turn the coal into this, which is called coal coke. Now, I did already build this, and I've had to tear it down again because for some reason the clip where I built it did not record, so we're doing it for a second time. But that's okay because it allows me to show you the coal coke. Now, this will turn coal into coal coke, like I said, And coal coke burns twice as long. If you look at the burn time, 1600 ticks. That one is 3200 ticks. So you can use this in a regular furnace. Make your coal go twice as far. It's great stuff. Fantastic stuff. But as it does that, it'll fill up this tank right here with something called creosote oil, which is this. This is what we need. So you just put your bucket in here and it'll drain it out. Each coal makes half a bucket. So 2 coal, 1 bucket. We can set up a other collection system, which I want to do. I've got this drum right here and I would really like it for my creosote oil to come into this drum. So what I'm going to use for this is something called a conduit. And it's just going to be a regular one. It's this, which we need quite clear glass and this conduit binder. And this is just sand, gravel, and clay. So I'm going to make up a bit of this. And then I'm going to show you how you get clear glass. So we're all ready to make this up. We just need this quite clear glass. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. But the easiest way is just literally open up your chisel, throw it in. And it's the very last one right here, look. You need some machines to get it. Otherwise, look, it just... Oh, is it not going to show? Oh, yeah. Like sand and an alloy smelter. And stuff, but we can just get it using chisel, which is great. Use our crafting thing on a stick, and we can get ourselves 8 of these. And I'll show you guys how these work. They're really, really easy. So all you do is you hold shift if you want to place it against a machine that's got a UI, and then just right click it on, and then we just need to tell it kind of what to do. And we look at these black squares right here. You right click this one because this one is touching this. We want to tell it what to do. And we're going to tell you to extract, and we're going to say, do it always. I always want you to do it. Now, if you were running a different one of these, you can sort of change the color of it to be, and that'll somewhat change the color of this, but don't worry about the color. It doesn't change the actual color of the conduit itself. It's just a UI thing if you're running a lot of different ones, because you can run these parallel to one another, so you know which one is which. And then this one is set to in or out. We're going to tell this to insert. And we don't need to give it a redstone signal because there isn't an option. So we're telling it to extract from there because that's where it's coming from. And we're telling it to insert to here because it's where it's going. And then that'll put our creosote oil in this drum for us. And then that's great. Now, I need to get these fields populated. Now we're back in here. We've got quite a lot of coal coke made up and quite a bit of creosote oil, 14 bits. So I thought we'd go ahead and we'd start crafting some of these windmill blades. And to do that, we need treated wood. So we just got to put the wood around the creosote oil. We get 8 for that. Got to do this a few times. Now that we've got a fair bit of treated wood, what we can do is throw it on the floor, because that's what we do with everything. What we can do now is we can turn a little bit of it into these sticks, because this requires both of these. And so I want 4 in total. So what was it? It was 4 times 4 is 12. No, it's not. It's 16. 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah. If I can count, that would be great. So we need 4 for the first one. We said 16, didn't we? I'm not going to have enough. We're actually going to be short sticks. So that's good. That's good. That's good. I was kind of worried that we'd be short something else. But no, we only need a couple more of these. There we go. And do I have any iron? I don't. That's easily remedied. We just put our iron in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And put these in. Boom. There we have them. The windmill blades ready to go on our windmill. But it's not over yet, because I do want to make them into this improved windmill right here, which means I'm going to have to craft up some more windmill blades, because we can't just do this. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit later on, because we need this in industrial hemp. But we can utilize this to have a look at the differences between the two. But that's for next episode. We're going to get into those. We're going to look at power in the next episode and do it in a tutorial kind of style, a way so you guys can understand the power and sort of how it generates the power. So they're going to be bladeless for now. But yeah, let's walk through what I've done, because I've done quite a bit to them. So I've added in some bushes and some grass just to make it look a little bit more livable around here. We've also put some awnings around the windows and some fences around the where the blades are actually going to go. So it looks all in all fairly good. And these go all the way around. I think I want to put something going down here, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still oohing and ahhing. And the interiors aren't done yet. They'll get done a little bit later on for sure. But I'm really kind of happy with how this has turned out. I'm still spreading the wheat and whatnot. Now, the immersive engineering stuff, this industrial hemp, you just harvest the top block and leave the bottom block down, and that way you get it and it still stays planted. And they grow fairly quickly. Once they're already grown just to 1 block, the second block grows pretty quickly. So they do grow quick. which is good, which is good. And up here, this is a nice little thing about the mod that I like. When you see a grown piece, you just right-click it. And boom, it pops off. I have had some really odd seed drops, though, doing this manually. I've started doing it this way because I used to get the rare seed drops when I right-click. But I've been getting more. Like, I broke about 5 or 6 in a row and didn't get a single seed from them when I was breaking them manually. So just right-clicking them is good. This is a change I'd like to see in modded. Guys, unfortunately, that's all I've got time for. I'm going to finish the spreading of the crops between episodes. But that is going to do it for this episode. So do me a favor, if you enjoyed the video, leave it a like and hit subscribe. And as always, I'm Casey and you are the awesome folks. Thank you so much for watching now. Take care, guys. Bye.